Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It is a special edition of 4 Become 1 as we have our final player who gets to introduce herself in a minute. And I'm going to mute my phone because you do not need all of these alerts that are going off at the moment, because that's a thing that we don't need. But hey, everybody, I'm your friendly neighborhood Prax. Welcome to the channel. And tonight we're going to do our final character introduction to our final player. And we're also going to give a shout out and positive vibes and thoughts to our dear, dear friend Hawkeye and his family because they are not feeling well at the moment. And we want to give them all of the good things. But, Lindy, thank you
Hi.
for playing. Thank you for coming.
It's good to be here. Yes. Hi, tis I, Lindy of the Laugh Love variety. Um, I'm I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. I like Greyhawk. I've played a few campaigns at Greyhawk, and I'm running one in Greyhawk currently. Very different part of the world though than where
Yes.
we are right now.
I would also like to point out that you have the most traumatizing Greyhawk campaign that I have ever watched.
Vecna lives?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's a pretty good one. I got everybody pretty good in that one.
and it's not Vecna. Vecna is not
No,
the problem in that
no,
game.
it was not. It was one of the players.
Players, but also the small child.
Oh yeah. No, she's great. They did it themselves. They traumatized themselves mostly.
This is
Vecna
true.
was like, I don't have to do much here. I just got to show up at some point.
That is indeed all true statements. But
I mean, and they did stop him barely,
they
but they did.
did. They did. If you want to watch it, you should go. Where can they find it, y'all?
Oh, I think it's on the Greyhawk channel's YouTube. I do have a YouTube playlist of like all the campaigns I could find myself in from way back in the day. Vecna lives on YouTube. It's one of them. Not a lot of people have run it.
Yeah, it's an interesting campaign. But
Very green overlay.
very and God love Cord and Don.
Oh, Oh, it was. I assembled a great group. It
You
was a
did.
great group.
You did. It was a great group. But that is not today. Today, we are nowhere near that area of
Nowhere near.
Greyhawk.
Mm-mm.
We are. A... God, I can never remember the name of the damn river. Why can't I never remember the name of the damn.
There's a lot of rivers in Greyhawk, to be fair. So,
The.
you know,
Ar- Artonsmani. Artonsmani? Look, it's the river just south of Rookroost.
the river south of Rookroost. I
It
love that
works.
river.
It's a
That's a
great
good river.
river. It's a great river. It runs from the
Wonderful this time of year.
Fell Reef Forest down to the Frostwood, and Frostwood, excuse me, not Frostwood, Frostwood. Um, and tomorrow you have an appointment in Rookroost itself, but today you are spending the night. It's that you arrived at the well, we call it a way station, and it's grown up market. It's the dock area for the rivers or the river trade that serves Rookroost, right? But it's a good 5 or 6 miles, or excuse me, not miles, 5 or 6 hours from the city of Rookroost itself. But there is a nice way station uh, formed around the tavern slash inn called the Grey Nail. And you and your compatriots have agreed, you're going to spend the night and leave in
Yeah,
the morning so that you are fresh to get to your appointment for like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Very
that's
easy,
great.
not having to deal with over hours of overland travel and not have to worry
Ew.
about anything else. There is a lively market that has grown up around the Grey Nail, mostly, very obviously was, based around these docks that served as this transport point for unloading trade goods before they made their final overland journey into Rookroost. And, small, easy repairs, kind of armorer, tanners, leather workers, a working area. But you have all been, just kind of decided to have your time to yourself. So I guess the first question I have for you is, whom do we see walking around this market in this kind of gray, drab, winter-ish period? That's
Excellent. Yeah,
not
you would
nice.
see a wood elf. Probably, I would say tall for wood elf. I don't think so. I think she's just an average kind of like, woodland elf, so a little on the shorter of the elf side. Um, but fucking ripped. Just like beefy as hell. Um, Probably slightly tan skin, mostly just from being outside a lot. Reddish copper hair, tied back with a lot of braids and a lot of like trinkets and jewelry into the interwoven braids. Little pieces of silver ornamentry here, little bits of stone there, just whatever strikes beads, whatever strikes her fancy at the time when she's doing her hair that week, day, morning, whatever, it depends on the day. How much
I mean,
happens.
you do live in the kingdom of Skanai. It's cold. Not everybody wants to spend the couple hours it takes to dry your
No,
hair every couple
not
days.
exactly. No,
It's not a
it's
thing.
not worth it. It's not worth it. Um, but yeah, probably wearing a lot of well, it's not as cold here, I don't think, in Rookhurst as it is back
It's
in the forest.
it's not quite as cold as the kingdom of Skanai because but it's the central. It's just north of the Central Plains, right? It is still
Okay.
winter,
Yeah.
and the bandit kingdoms themselves kind of are all around the Rift Canyon. This large, um, if you want to make a comparison, you're looking at like Utah, Nevada,
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
but the kind of plains sections of those
Yes.
states
So
are,
we're like out of the mountainy forest areas and we're to the plains. So it's a
yeah.
little, you get higher daytime highs, a little bit lower nighttime lows. All right. Gotcha. Cool.
And
So,
it's that kind of overcast weather at the moment that's
mm-hmm.
saying it might precipitate, but it might just be this gray for a while.
Cool. So you probably see like a fur coat with a hood that's
Mm-hmm.
like opened and the hood back just to let get some circulation and airflow since it's a bit warmer during the daytime. With just cloth and leathers underneath. She's not wearing armor. She doesn't need to wear armor. She's flexy. Ah. Um and yeah. Definitely has two hand axes probably on her hips and then like a great axe on her back. She's a great axe girly. Um big weapon hit hard. Simple motto of life.
It is a very effective motto. When
It's
in
it
doubt,
is
hit it harder. Like it solves so many problems.
so many problems. Just yeah. And it's got like probably like some pouches and like a backpack on the back, just and it'll probably be strolling and about in a rather carefree, lackadaisical manner.
I will say that if you wanted, you could have left any like luggage that you carried
Okay.
at the tavern because you
Oh,
have
even better.
secured rooms in actual rooms, not just the bunkhouse or the
Mm-hmm.
dormitory area in the way station of the Grey Nail. So you have space, and there's a private footlocker in each of the rooms with a key
Okay.
that locks that each of you,
Oh,
including a
delightful.
key. There's a key for the room and a key for the wardrobe, or not the
Footlocker.
wardrobe, the
Yeah.
footlocker. There is also a wardrobe, but there's no key for that. It's a very,
Yeah. Just to hang up things that might get
yeah,
wrinkled.
exactly. So if you wanted
Yeah.
to, any like
Oh,
additional heavy luggage, you
yeah,
can
then
just
all
leave
that
there.
stuff's back out, and she's just like thumbs in the belt loops, just lackadaisically strolling about. Probably got her hands wrapped up with leathers as well. Um, just strolling along, maybe even whistling. Like
Mm.
you would look at this gal and be like, this girl does not care.
So I guess the question is, what are you doing at this afternoon of leisure after many, almost a month of travel
Mm-hmm.
from home
Yeah.
to here? where you have an appointment for a small business matter in the city.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very, very small business
That's
matter.
tomorrow. That's tomorrow me's problem, not today's me's problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's tomorrow
Yeah.
Miu's problem.
So today me, it's just, it's just enjoying, having some free time, taking a stroll, getting a lay of the land, um, noticing things and being noticed. If she was trying to be inconspicuous, she would not be strolling about in this fashion. It's just, making herself just getting herself out there, seeing what the market has. You can learn a lot about an area, about what kind of stuff they sell, the kind of people, how they look at you as you stroll about nonchalantly, uh, in maybe the not best part of town,
Mm-hmm.
or the whole area is probably not the best part of town.
I mean,
So
it's not that it's not the best part of town, right? There isn't really even a town here.
it's true. It's more like just a little market.
It's a waste. I
It's a
don't
way
want to make
station. Way stations are great
yeah,
because so many people just come and go, and you never see them again.
exactly. It's a way station, and you would have met Miss Anna when you came into the actual tavern itself in the inn, and she is an older human woman who of the steel gray hair tied in a bun back of her neck, who rules that place with a she doesn't even have to raise her voice, and
Nope.
but it is very much a all of the sheets are clean, all of the bed is of actually wooden slats with woolen batting, and
Nice.
everything is slightly higher than expected, but of the good and serviceable variety that doesn't have to be replaced every year, right?
Yes, durable but good.
Durable but good, but not of the high end.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the environment around that's kind of grown up around here is also that kind of same serviceable, good, local port town, right? Like this is a town that really kind of exists purely for, it's not even a town. It is the way station, the docks.
Crossroads.
And it's a crossroads. It's the way station, the docks, and the small amount of industry that has kind of grown up around it.
Yep.
In service of it. But you can smell on the air the various food stalls that are open.
Love that. Yeah. Probably gonna get a snack. Snacks are great.
What kind of snack are we looking for?
High protein.
So
Meat,
there
probably.
is as you kind of
Fish,
look
meat skewers.
What is your passive perception?
It's 14, better than I thought because I have proficiency. That's why. It's the only reason why. I may have dump statted int.
That's fine.
I'll the next lowest stat might be wisdom.
These are both fine things. I mean, we like players that have interesting games and stories to tell.
Too. We do.
But you can kind of smell on the air well cooked, well seasoned meat cooked over an open fire.
Excellent.
And then as you kind of like glance around to kind of see, you see a slightly older gentleman, kind of, you can't quite tell if he's full orc or half orc, but the eyebrows are distinctive. Right? Like this is a gentleman whose eyebrows might, let's put it this way, if he might benefit from, that same kind of mustache wax that Trooper uses on those eyebrows.
I see. Yes, this makes sense. Yes.
But you can smell the meat. You can also smell the spices.
Oh, even better.
And what smells like a very tangy, very kind of hot sauce. It's kind of as you kind of go through.
Love that. That's great. I got to keep these gains going. I will also say that Yrsa, while maybe not the brightest crayon on the box, has excellent vision because she picked the eagle for her second aspect. So she can see up to a mile away. She might not be able to notice shit that far out, but she can see it.
No, you can definitely see that this is
target lock onto the smelling good snacks, and I'm just gonna make my way there.
These are meat skewers, and while across the planet, in any culture, there are groups of people that will cook meat over an open fire on a stick.
Absolutely. It's just too convenient and too tasty.
Convenient and tasty. but the blend of spices that you can kind of smell as you approach, and you kind of that kind of smell taste in the back of your throat,
Mm-hmm.
um, are there's heat, but there's also like cardamom and thyme and a little bit of lemon almost.
Okay.
And you kind of look around. This is don't ask. This is full on don't ask where he's got these things, because you are at the port.
Oh, yeah, I'm not even gonna ask about what kind of meat it is.
No, I mean, like, he will full on tell you that it's elk,
Oh, she
because
won't ask. She's like, that smells good.
it's
What's
like,
with that?
okay, because that's the elk, and we've got chicken if you prefer. We also
Oh,
do fish.
elks? You know, one of each.
And he kind of assembles them. He looks at you and goes, hot or human hot?
Please. No, hot's fine.
Good. And he kind of like nods appropriately, assembles you a selection, and he gives you two of each. It's like
Oh,
two
nice.
for one. They're all the same. It's about, he's like 10, 1 silver for the lot.
Easy enough.
As you
Look
kind
that
of
over.
they are brilliantly cooked, and he hands you like a small jar of sauce. My daughter made that.
Oh, smells amazing.
Yeah, it's
a
really good hot sauce.
little sauce, just a little sauce over it all.
Mm-hmm.
And just walk away, and then just take a bite of my bouquet of meat skewers.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably one of the best types of bouquet is just a bouquet of meat skewers.
There's only one bouquet that can beat it. It's the bouquet of cheese.
I was gonna say cheese, yeah.
Yeah, it's the bouquet of cheese.
Yeah. And then I, taste it, give like that nod of like, oh yeah, this is good stuff, and then keep my stroll going along. Just
Yeah,
eat my bouquet of meat skewers.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for as you stroll along? Anything you feel that you might need repaired or replaced in this last kind of push before the city?
Attractive people.
Attractive people?
Yeah.
Okay, my dear.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I know it's a you game.
It's a me game.
It's a you game.
What? We need to.
Let me rephrase. Attractive people that seem to have Yrsa on their radar, because again, she's not like trying to be subtle. She's like, again, like was whistling along, strolling along, and some people are gonna be into that. Some people are gonna be like, oh gosh, not her.
Is this where can I share the spoiler of what the new shirt will be?
Sure, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. The new shirt, by the way, that will be coming tomorrow, which with the first session, is a beautifully designed one for barbarians with body counts. Excuse me.
Barbarians with body counts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just saying. There are multiple ways to count bodies.
Yep. Different types of body counts.
Different type of body counts. But could you roll me an investigation, and I will give you advantage because you're flexing.
Oh, please. Yes. I will need the advantage. 6. I have a -1 investigation. So
it could be worse.
It could be worse. Again, she's oblivious.
Yes.
But pretty.
Bless
but
her.
Pretty. She's got 14 charisma. If only she had that much intelligence or wisdom.
Yeah. So as you're wandering through this market, enjoying your meat bouquet and flexing, you would notice that there are a few people who would even Yrsa would notice that there are a few people who are making note of you. There are 2 dwarves of the slightly older variety who are watching you and kind of having that look on their face like they think they know who you are. It's like, are you? Nah, she could. But are you? And you can kind of see this, like they're elderly dwarves, and they're like, did I? No, okay. And having that conversation about who you may be. The
Yeah.
nice thing about the
I
Bandit
do
King,
speak Dwarvish, so it's
yeah,
entirely
and
possible.
if you then you would have overheard them kind of going, "Isn't she that 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 isn't she that princess? Nah, she can't be.
No.
Nah." But I heard that. Well, which and the other one goes, "Well, which one are you talking about? There are like lots of princesses. I need more information than just isn't she that
Yeah.
princess?" And that's that level of like, "Well, you know, the princess from the place." And he's like,
With the elf one,
"Yeah,
you
the elf
know?
one. Don't
There's
you
not
know?"
that many elves.
And his companion is just like, "You
Huh?
gotta give me more here. I can't.
I can't work with that.
I
Yeah.
can't work with that.
Gotta give me more to work with.
I need more here." Um, the interesting thing about the Bandit Kingdoms is they are very, shall we say, egalitarian in their
Ah.
species distribution. Um, while Greyhawk is an interesting,
Mhm.
you wouldn't see, and it would not be uncommon to see in the Bandit Kingdoms, intermingling of orcs, half orcs, elves, humans,
Fantastic.
dwarves, um, the occasional goblin who mostly are working various like trading vessels and are just kind of there.
Mm-hmm.
But the Bandit Kings themselves like to claim that they are even more egalitarian than Greyhawk when it comes to species distribution.
Checks
How,
out. Makes
how,
sense.
I mean, and here part of that is because they don't really care who you are.
That's fair. That plays into a lot of it. It's like, why do I care? Eh.
They really don't. They just care how well you can murder.
It's a good trait to have.
It's you know, some places are democratically elected, some places are not. The king of the bandit kingdoms usually trains his hands through, you know, violent one-on-one challenges. It's a method.
You know, and it's an effective one.
It is. It is an effective one. But for the last 30 so years, it's been pretty stable. There was actually an
Oh, okay.
inherited bloodline moment.
Wow.
Well, you know, mostly inherited. But that kind of egalitarian kind of overflows into this. There's an equal opportunity to who you're seeing. So there are a few people, because again, this is effectively a way station and a trading port.
Yeah.
What is Yrsa looking for? Because there are a few people who are checking her out.
Excellent. Yrsa, gosh, she is a bit of a wild child. I don't know if you knew that from what I told you of her
Yeah, I
backstory, but she's
mean,
a bit of a wild child. And she's already kind of secured her bloodline, so she doesn't have that to worry about. She's like, got that taken care of.
yep.
Got my son back home. I'm good for whatever now. So she's probably looking for something different and exciting than what she has typically had access to recently. So nice half orc, or maybe a not so nice half orc, you know. This is a good place to hopefully never see somebody again. Um, you know, maybe someone who could rival her in strength. I mean, I know it's hard because she's so strong, but
So I guess my next question is, as you're kind of making your way, you can kind of hear with your meat skewers, you can kind of hear off to the side a small, like, put together seating area off the,
mm-hmm.
because again, it's a market street where
Yeah,
the
probably along
flow,
the river too.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
along the river. You have the flow of traffic of the population slower along the two sides where the stalls are, and then in the
Mm-hmm.
middle you have the more moving closer. But there's one section kind of like on the river in this gap between one section of stalls and the start of the next. it looks like it's a little bit of slope, which is probably why there wasn't a new stall there. They put together like not quite picnic tables, but like a couple fallen logs that are just
Yeah.
arranged enough that
It's
people are
an
kind of
impromptu seating area.
yeah, it's an impromptu seating area that really kind of came together just because it's there. And you can hear what sounds like the beginnings of an arm wrestling contest.
Oh, I'm so in. Just meat skewer, one less, flower in the bouquet, and just like probably a quick heel turn, like knows that sound and is like, oh, that's entertaining, and is just gonna follow her whims for the day.
There are like 3 or 4 people watching.
Yeah.
You know,
when you don't wear armor, you've got a lot less to maintenance. It stops. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And your friend Civ definitely. Your friend Civ told you she was gonna go get some armor repairs and do some work and stuff like that. And Ven is doing Ven things. It's
doing Ven things.
It's the cleric.
Yeah.
Thing. She's they are concerned about your well-being, so they're attempting to do well-being things.
That's what they do.
And your brother told you he was going to go shopping for your son because he likes to spoil his nephew.
Hey, less shopping I have to do.
There is that. But as you kind of turn around and look at this small space,
I'm a great mom.
You are a great mom. You take advantage of the family connections where you can.
Absolutely.
That makes you a great mom.
That's fair. Yeah.
Work smarter, not harder.
You're going for shopping for my kid? Great. I'm gonna go just fuck around and take some time off.
Exactly. As you kind of like turn and focus, you can see that there are 3 or 4 people standing around this area and watching.
No supervision. This is great. I love it today.
You were left alone.
I'm unsupervised and it's great.
Exactly. You can see like 3 or 4 people like in it as a crowd watching, but you can also see like a couple of the individuals whose stalls aren't really, there isn't anybody there at the moment, so they're kind of like leaning over to watch. There is currently a full-blooded male presenting orc reaching out to arm wrestle what looks like a full-blooded dwarf. Female presenting dwarf. Although with dwarves it's always complicated because yes, female dwarves grow beards. And it's canon in Greyhawk because in 2nd edition it is actually mentioned that female dwarves grow beards.
Sure is.
So you can see this female dwarf like, and there's no armor on right now, and it's everybody's sleeves are pushed all the way up. And this large, and it's slightly off, but there's like a board that had been put over like a stump or something, probably nothing really fancy. And they're kind of like, this orc is leaning forward and just shifts, just like catches out the corner of his eye as you kind of come around, focused on this. And he kind of like,
because
shifts his shoulder just a little to flex a little bit.
I suggestively eat the meat skewer.
Wait, is this where we warn people that you and I were left unsupervised?
Absolutely.
Hi everybody, content warning for Lindy and Prax being left unsupervised. The answer is yes. And he kind of flexes as he does. But he doesn't, he's not, you know how those guys at the gym who are bros who are just like, God, flexing and horrible about it. But then there are those guys at the gym who are like, they know they're looking good and they kind of want to show off just the right a little bit, but they're still not assholes. So he doesn't take his eyes off of what he's currently doing, which is engaging in an arm wrestle fight with this female dwarf. And then you see there is a human male who is twig thin, nerdy looking, and you're like,
that's the bookie.
You're a bookie, and what have you got going on that there is nobody messing with you? And he kind of stands out, very distinctive looking in this area. And he just, and he's got their wrists together, holding their hands together. It's like 3, 2, 1, go. And it's a good arm wrestle fight.
Oh, good. Yeah, I
Um,
get in. I cheer. You know, I get invested.
um,
This is
our
entertaining.
friendly neighborhood orc will emerge victorious in the end.
Nice.
Um, but it is enough that the two of them kind of end. It's like a couple minutes, right? It's not a quick thing.
It's not a quick fight. No.
It's not a quick fight, and it's enough that going back and forth that it's really kind of a thing, and it's that last moment of he just pushes down just hard enough, and the two of them get up and they kind of laughing joke, and you can definitely tell that this is a not uncommon occurrence between the two of them, and that
There's always another rematch.
yeah, there's always another rematch, and there's probably, if you looked at the actual odds between the two of them, it's 50-50 over who's won the most, right?
Probably,
Like,
yeah, pretty even. Probably
pretty
just
even.
depends on the day, honestly.
Yeah, it depends on the day and what somebody ate, right? Like,
Yeah, basically. Someone said a lot of beans today. Let's decrease the odds in their favor. Oh,
yep, indeed. And so as he kind of gets up and kind of like, there people are like, aren't you gonna keep going? Aren't you gonna keep going? And he just kind of smiles at that and starts walking over towards you.
nice. Meat skewer? I think there's like one of each type left. I've already eaten 3.
I think he will take either the elk or the chicken, whichever one you offer. He's not going to take the fish. Sorry.
Yeah. No, she just offered him his pick at all 3.
I think he'll grab the elk, and as he does, he's
Good
going
choice.
to keep eye contact and go, I like this.
It's good, right?
So, you're not from around here.
No. No. Not at all. Just passing through.
Would you like to work your way around here?
I would love to.
And you hear some shouts and calls from the back, and he just kind of doesn't even, kind of half waves at them, but it's that half wave that's like, is he waving at them or is he flipping them off as he walks away?
Yep.
It's that.
It depends on the friend group, and you'd have to be in the friend group to know.
Exactly. You'd have
It
to
could be both.
It could be both. And he is, and you said that you're, again, wood elf,
Yeah.
who is not the tallest of elves, but not,
No.
No,
Average wood elf height.
Like 5'6".
Short for the average, I guess barbarian, human barbarian, but taller than the average elf, I guess, maybe by a little bit. Wood elves are usually pretty short. So she's like what, 5'4", 5'5", something like that.
Yeah.
So taller than me.
Yeah. So, most people call me Dular.
I'm not gonna go there. She doesn't have the charisma for that. You can call me Yrsa.
Ah. So, Yrsa. This is the street for tourists. He kind of gestures to the right. And this is our street for locals. He kind of gestures to the left. That, he kind of points up at the Grey Nail. And the Grey Nail is a 3-story way station, right? It is the only large permanent structure. Even the buildings that have kind of become what were probably small stalls to begin with have kind of grown out of that. They're not that tall. But there are a couple, like, maybe have put like a stall with a second floor on it to be like a residence. Is like, that's the Grey Nail where everyone drinks. And what is it that you like to do best? Drink, hang out with locals, or hang on to locals?
Really like to get to know the locals, if you know what I mean.
I always am here for getting to know newcomers. Particularly
Excellent.
ones that I bet could definitely give me a run for my money with strength-based checks.
Oh, it's important to keep your cardio up. Yeah.
Cardio and lifting works really well.
Lifting.
And he
Do enjoy a good lift.
Yeah. He will turn and start leading you down what he gestured as the street for locals, right?
The street for locals. Oh yeah, I am like, my brother's probably not shopping there. Perfect. And I'm just gonna follow.
I love that your answer is my brother isn't shopping there. I'm good.
I'm good. Like, if he saw me right now, he'd probably be like, Yrsa, what are you doing? And then I'd have to like answer questions. He'd be like, who's this guy? And I'd be like, someone I just met. Don't worry about it. And he would definitely worry about it. So,
But would he
look, I'm
actually have to
116
ask
now.
you?
I can do what I want. I'm an adult.
I mean, you are an adult.
Yeah. Just,
You know?
I mean, look, I know some of my other family members. I have told them to maybe keep an eye on me or keep me out of trouble. But I'm not getting into trouble per se.
No, that's not what you're getting into. Trouble might be getting into you, but you are not getting into
Exactly.
trouble.
Exactly. They don't seem to understand that. Barbarian logic at its finest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But as you kind of he
definitely
away.
Avoiding my brother. Like, oh yeah.
Okay, can you roll me a perception check then?
I would love to.
Seeing if you avoid your brother. I just
19. I've got the family radar alert.
You do have the family radar alert. He is nowhere nearby.
Hell yeah. I relax even more. I'm just like, awesome. This would be a great day. I can do whatever I want. And tomorrow me will have to deal with the ramifications, but today's me is looking good.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yrsa's a big proponent of that's a tomorrow me problem.
Uh-huh. It's a tomorrow
You're gonna love her.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am. I am
yes.
I'm a proponent for all of this.
Insight checks, what are those?
You can roll one if you wish.
Why would I? This guy seems great. Give me a tour.
He is giving you a tour. He is even showing you around. And he kind of leads you behind a couple of these small stalls, excuse me, not stores. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they're stores in our sense, but they're mostly stalls. And as he kind of leads you up through one of the sides to the back door of what looks to be like a woodworking store.
I have proficiency in wood carving. I don't think I have it on this sheet yet, but I have it on my D&D Beyond sheet that I've mostly copied over.
Okay, well if you want, you can.
Yes, I have woodcarver's tools proficiency.
Okay, so roll with proficiency and intelligence. Woodcarver's tools. If you want to just roll it on.
I'll just roll intelligence with I'll just roll an intelligence skill with proficiency.
Yeah.
Boom. 14.
14 is, yeah. You can tell as he kind of like he's offered you his hand or his like arm. You can see the like splinter nicks and woodworking nicks in his hands and his palms. Yeah, he polishes that wood real well.
I was gonna say, so I see you're proficient in handling wood. So am I.
I always like dealing with people who have proficiency in handling wood.
That's great. It's always a good time.
Yeah. Knowing how to polish all of those nooks and crannies is equally as important.
Sure is. We're gonna get along great.
Yep. And he will lead you up through the back door up to the upper floor of
Love that.
His
point of entry.
No reason to go through the front door of his shop at the moment.
His shop, nope. No, that might lead up to the other street where my brother's shopping.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We're going in through the back door.
You're going in through the back door, and he's going to lead you upstairs.
Great.
It's obviously a bachelor pad, but a well-maintained, this is a guy who lives alone. He is a full adult. He doesn't, he knows how to clean up after himself. He is a mature individual.
It's like upstairs.
Exactly.
It's just a bachelor pad.
It's a bachelor pad.
A well-maintained bachelor pad.
Yeah. but he will definitely make your afternoon much more pleasurable.
Awesome. Best afternoon I've had in a long time. I'm not saying that Yrsa would probably be easily kidnapped by this kind of scheme, but I'm saying she would probably be easily kidnapped by this kind of scheme.
Look, she'd at least be easily removed from a situation. The question is,
Absolutely.
if she was actually easily kidnapped, would she be able to, how much
It's
murder is
one
she
of the
going to
things
do?
where it's like once it would take her a while to realize, like, wait a minute, am I being kidnapped? Hold on a second. And then she'd fight her way out of it. But like she's easily lured away. That's what I'm gonna say. This is evidence right here of how just easily she's lured away.
I have I have to make a couple rolls.
Yeah. She's like, inside check who?
Mm-hmm.
If this sounds like a great time, I'm in.
Mm-hmm. Cool. It is a great time. You have a
I love
very
that.
good time.
Excellent. Fabulous. Great.
You know that meme in the Mummy? It's like he just
Yep.
wanted a good time, and apparently he had a very good time.
Absolutely.
You have a very good time.
Great.
For a couple hours.
Awesome.
Your afternoon is pleasant. But we're gonna fade to black on that because
absolutely, yeah, no, absolutely. Like Yrsa, she's not a very complex individual. Let's just put it that way. She's a simple girl with simple desires, and the desires are: does that look like fun? Does that sound like fun? Then I'm in.
Is this fun? Are we saying
this is what happens when you're not the oldest princess or sibling? You get away with a lot, especially as the middle child, because you're often forgotten about. So
Yep.
Yeah.
You get to do a lot of things that your older siblings don't. In so many, many, many ways.
Absolutely. So yeah, just having a great time. And then they didn't really give me a specific meetup time.
Just that everybody was going to meet for breakfast before you left.
Oh, great. So I have extra time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So at the end of the afternoon.
Yeah. Sounds like food time again. And then maybe drinks time.
Probably true. He is a very pleasant individual. It is very much the offer of, if you're ever back in town, more than happy to meet up again, but also he's not going to be one of those people who's overly clingy and needs to be.
Oh, perfect. Even better. Yrsa's gonna pull out a little book. She only has 9 it, but she's got a list, and she's gonna just like name, location, a really bad like stick figure sketch, and then a star rating.
For the players at home, we need to know what Dular's star rating is.
I'd say you got like, yeah. We're gonna do a 5-star. Let's do a 10-star system because that sounds exciting. He's probably like he's also a woodworker, so that's like bonus points, and he's not clingy, so that's bonus points. There's like a whole bunch of ratings that go into it.
He can also bench weight. He can also bench press his own body weight, and he can do.
That's great. I also have 20 strength, so great time. As proficiency on athletics, let's go. Probably like a 9.5. I think she's saving that 10 for like.
She has not found a 10 yet. Is what you're saying?
She's not found a 10 yet. Yeah.
Yep. That's
a lot of 7, 8, 9s. Yeah. Fortunately, some 1, 2s, and 3s. They're going. That's in the back of the book. Actually, it's probably arranged by region. So she flips to this region and then adds it in. And then there's like a section of like repeat, yes, no, like a would we do this again? Because sometimes they might be like an 8, but they're just way too clingy, and so you got to be like, nah. This one's a yes. So just fills out her little tiny black book Yelp review. And then tucks it back in.
Yep. There you go.
And hopes her brother never finds this book. She's been working on this book for like 50 years.
I'm going to have so many things going for myself in that. That's going to become a thing now, you realize.
Well, absolutely. Yeah.
So this
about 50 years. That checks out.
Yeah. So this leads to my next question as you kind of make your way out and around. Making your way back towards the Grey Nail for more food, as you were promised dinner and a drink included in your room stay.
Oh, great. I love free drinks or included drinks.
Hmm. They include dinner and breakfast. They don't include lunch, for a variety of reasons.
I mean,
Um,
sure. You gotta get
and
those skewers.
yeah, there's a bunch of nice food stalls around. They don't want to kind of be totally horrible to their, not
Local economy.
competitions, the local
Yeah.
economy. They want to bolster, but they're, it's a, nice way station, simple fare, good food. You can smell the whole hog that's been smoking all day.
Mm-hmm.
There is also a stew option and a vegetarian ish option.
Okay. I'll take the roast hog and the stew.
Not roast,
Oh,
smoked.
smoked. I'll take the smoked hog and the stew. Just,
Pull, good old whole
I want to
hog
eat
pulled pork.
this.
You want it? You want to eat? You want to eat the boar? You
I
want to
want to
eat
eat
the?
the boar.
You want to eat the boar?
So
Um,
cute.
you can get that. There's also a variety of alcoholic and semi-alcoholic drinks, right? Because I mean, if you want, you can drink the water.
No.
There's a low ABV cider. It's like 1 or 2% ABV. That's kind of like. Then there's a really good kind of pale ale and a really
Okay.
heavy dark ale.
Mm-hmm.
Your choices on how you want to go from that. But it's a big open room, um, with a large fireplace dominating one wall. And there's it's a larger fireplace, probably big
Mm-hmm.
enough that one could spit roast a decent sized roast, maybe not a whole hog, but perhaps a decent sized
Yeah.
something.
Like a
But this is
some
not
chickens.
the kitchen
It's not.
fireplace. It's just the large one. There's a minstrel playing.
Mm,
He's not bard quality, but he's definitely good enough
it's
that
not
he
bad.
probably he's definitely good enough that he could play at probably a decent, courts at various courts if he wanted to. He wouldn't be the headliner, but he would still,
Yeah.
and it's that low level kind of moderate background music.
Mm-hmm.
The vibe here is not heavy party, heavy drinking party songs. It's much more, this is a way station. People are here because they're tired. They don't want to actually socialize. You can see a couple decent looking, well to do merchants. One or two that look like they might be nobles trying to not be at the moment
Ah, yeah.
because of
Yeah, most people
variety
don't
of.
guess that I'm a noble. I
Yeah,
don't dress like it to most of them.
no,
I
but
can. I have a pair of clothes packed, but I'm not wearing those.
yeah, it's not worth it for you. And it's not like the bandit kingdoms really care,
Care. Yeah.
but they're probably hiding being a noble more so that they don't get robbed than anything else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
It kind of makes me want to rob them, but more out of boredom than anything else, but
I mean,
I'm not going to.
yeah, it's definitely kind of like this is,
Like the thought just enters her head and she's like, nah, too much work.
and it, which we are very thankful for because this is very much a place where like everyone is knows not to like you haven't seen you saw maybe like 1 or 2 pickpockets out while you were walking
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
going after like the very obvious
Mm-hmm.
distracted, but not in Miss Anna's tavern, right? Like this is a no-go
Yeah.
zone. You can be here if you want to hang out,
Yeah.
but you're not robbing her
I think
patrons.
Yrsa has a lot of like just she's probably ADHD. She's got those impulses of like, I could steal that from that person. And it's like, no, we're not gonna steal from that person. But brain, what are you doing? No. We're that's not what we do. But like there's like a thought. She's like, huh, nah. I imagine that happens a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
I probably
yeah,
is.
I could see it. So she's gonna eat her double dinner because she's a hungry girl. Um, Maybe enjoy the music for a little bit with a few pints of probably the dark ale, the lager.
A little bit later your brother will come down. He's again.
Yeah, I want to seem like I'm playing it cool and keeping a low profile and definitely not getting in any trouble when he comes in from where he's shopping or whatnot.
Yeah, he goes upstairs, he comes back down mostly changed, and he's hanging out now, listening, eating something and listening to the music. He's not looking for you. He's
Oh,
just
good.
like, I've had a good day. I want to have a good day.
I just give him a thumbs up.
Mhm.
Like if he makes eye contact, and that might worry him, or maybe he'll think that means that I've done a great job of staying out of trouble today. It's up to his interpretation. And then, but after I give that thumbs up, I'm gonna finish my drink and then go outside.
Yes. Where are you headed?
Maybe they're doing more arm wrestling. Maybe I could join in on some arm wrestling, or maybe there's a fight just happening and I could punch somebody.
You can roll a perception.
I would love to.
Mm-hmm.
12.
Cool. You kind of see that it's a little bit darker now. Most of the stalls have kind of closed up. It's very much they're open during daylight hours.
Daylight hours, yeah.
No, this isn't like a town where somebody's coming around and lighting stuff, and it's like,
yeah,
this is local.
Not a lot of nightlife here.
Not a lot of nightlife.
But there's always activity.
But there is always activity. And as you kind of make your way around, I have just, a very, very simple, kind of simple question for you.
Sure.
It's a very very, 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 very simple question, right?
Right. Sure. Yeah.
Does a 12 hit you?
A 12 does not. My armor class is 16. Well, I say armor class. I'm just, I'm
It's just you.
durable as hell.
It's
my muscles flex and it takes 16 to hit them.
Yeah. So as you are looking around, you feel this cloth thin wire go around your throat, attempt to go around your throat. And you kind of slightly dodge out of the way just enough. And there are two individuals standing behind you, and they want to make you not have a good day.
Oh, well, I think they just made my day better. I don't think they've realized that yet, but
probably not. But they think that they're going to make your day worse.
Yeah, I think she just says kinky as she turns around.
Cool.
Like ducks underneath it.
But the other guy gets to go first because he's technically still a surprise round. And
yep.
And that's the same roll.
The same, but opposite. Yeah.
No. Well, on my end, it's the same.
6, 12. Okay, mine says 6, 12, 12, 6.
No, I have 6, 12, 6, 12.
That's hilarious.
Okay, that's the two of them.
Guys, whoa, guys, whoa.
And
like, 2-on-1 is fine, but I mean, please, we're in public.
All of a sudden,
my brother might see.
That is true. And there is... Okay. Hold on, where'd it go? Where did I just put him? There we go. And our last friend, who kind of comes up behind you...
Yeah.
With a shield, with spikes, an 11 and a... What? The three of them kind of are forcing you out of the main pathway.
Like into a back alley?
Yeah.
Probably for the best.
They are all very obviously orcs, but they're all wearing gear that is very obviously... I mean, you don't even have to roll for it. They're wearing armor.
Sure. I mean, that's more than me, so,
But it's not like the guys you saw wandering around that were just locals. This is...
Locals bopping around. These people were sent with intent. Or they have their own intent, but...
Exactly. We'll find out.
Well, we might find out. I might leave one alive to ask questions, too.
But it's your turn now.
Great. She's just gonna go... Oh, I was hoping something like this might happen. love a good threesome. And she's gonna like whoosh, take the axe off her back.
I mean,
And
technically
go.
it's a foursome.
I guess so. You're right. I mean, math was never my strong suit.
That's true.
That's she's like, there are 3. Boom. It's again, int dump stat. I love it. I don't often int dump stat, and I'm so here for it. I'm ready.
Yep.
Here we go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And is just gonna give a big axe swing. 2 of them. And goes, whoever's alive last, if you talk, I might spare you. And it's just gonna, while letting them kind of lead her into the dark alley, because it might not be best to do this on the street. It might scare some folks.
Yeah,
so.
or, they might get in the way.
They might get in the way. So that's 1.
Yes.
Ah.
No.
Not 1.
All right, so...
But I hit 1.
But you did hit 1, and...
Minimum
so,
damage.
Which one are you going for? The guy, one of the 2 guys who tried to strangle you, the guy with the shield?
We'll do the guy with the shield. Because
Cool.
he's the last one to attack, so he's probably like the closest one.
Probably. Yes, he came up to try and kind of body check you with the shield, and it
Yeah.
didn't... You kind of just sidestepped it as you kind of...
Yeah, I'm real small.
Stuttered to a stop, kind of awkwardly. As you make that, you can definitely
Confuse them with my poor math skills.
damage for 6 slashing damage.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 on my d12. I was like, wow, that's just a little lame.
Yeah, he's like a little annoyed by that.
Yeah,
It
I mean, I
hurt
would be
a
too.
little bit, but
yeah.
But
Oh, and I can bonus action rage, I think.
yes, you
I
can.
should do that. I'm gonna do that. Ah!
You can indeed bonus action rage. I'm pretty sure.
I will. Yeah, I can, and I'm gonna do that.
Cool.
Bonus
cool,
action rage, and I get real angry. I'm just like, I think it's like an excited angry though. Her rage is more of like a passion, than just being mad. She's just she's way too excited. Is what her rage is.
She's just way too excited.
It's like, oh hell yeah.
So, as you...
Oh, which means, oh wait, no, because I raged after. I was like, I need to add in a rage damage. With 2
Yeah.
damage.
So you can.
I'll add that to my roll 20. I'll do
Yeah.
that later.
It should do it automatically for you. There's a toggle.
Is there?
It's in the
Ah.
It's in the. Hold on.
Can you tell I've never really played Barbarian before? I've only GM'd them.
It's in the. God, where is it? It's in one of the tabs. It's in. So if you look in the damage, it's like, so when you put it in a thing that you can add.
I'll look for it later.
Yeah.
I'll just remember to add 2 from here on.
There's a toggle for rage, just like there's a toggle to add your proficiency bonus to healing.
Nice.
So I know it's there. It's finding out.
It's just finding where it is. Yeah.
Just finding.
I understand.
That was in the afternoon. So the reason what you'll discover is when they kind of trying to force you into this alley is because there's another not so great friend who's there. So he comes up behind you because he's got a big honking axe
Oh, nice. Same though.
that he's going to swing at your face.
Oh, not the face. It's my
And
moneymaker.
He is definitely he's a little taller than the others, a little more rugged, got a big scar going across his cheek, like horizontally, where you can tell he kind of like took a blade as he kind of turned with it. Ended right at the nose, and he's got one tusk coming out from his lip, but the other seems to have been broken off at some point in time. He's gonna swing that great axe though. It should only be 1 roll, but we're gonna have to fix that. But the 16 hits you
So meets it beats it. So yes, the
Yes.
16 will hit.
for 20 slashing damage. He rolled a crit on his
Nice.
D12. Half damage for rage.
Oh yeah. Yes. Oh, that's great. I was about to just. Yes, that's right. Half damage for rage. Nice.
Roll
Cool.
that. And he then gets to make his second attack. For a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And it is 1d12. Oh yes, because he's got he deals extra damage because he's mad.
Happens.
For 10 additional slashing damage, again halved.
Cool.
So there are now 3 of them, or 4 of them, plus 4 total. 1 you've damaged. He's the guy with the shield.
Nice. Great. Love that.
And it's your turn, but you've
Oh,
frozen.
cool.
And I can't tell if that's me or
Oh
you.
no, it's you. I'm here.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, now I
I'm
see you.
here.
You're back. You're back.
Okay, great. Yes. I'm gonna give it the old 1-2 again. With a great axe. I'm the same guy with the shield. We're gonna focus fire this. This is the smart tactic. A 1 and
Yep,
a 2.
that'll hit.
I clicked it again. It's just gonna take a second.
Yeah, it's just taking a sec.
I clicked it again. Probably pop up twice, but you know.
Okay. Well, roll the damage on the 17. Oh, both of those are gonna hit. The 17 and the 21.
There we go. There. I've clicked damage for both of them. They should populate at some point.
Yes.
And then we'll add 2.
And then
'Cause
we'll
I'm
add
raging.
2. So 11
So,
and 14 is 24.
13 and 16.
I have 11 and 14. Oh, so 13,
Yeah, because
13 and 16.
yeah.
Sorry, you are correct. So you how would you like to deal with this individual with a shield?
So we're gonna do, it's like I've got the big great axe, so 2 sides. So one side, just goes behind the shield with the tip of the axe and like cleans that arm right, making it wide open. So when I come with the backswing, it just slices across the chest.
There we go.
So it's like, get that shield out of the way, and then bam!
He is very dead.
Nice.
And
And then
now
I,
blood spatter flying
Yeah.
off the edge of the blade.
and she's just grinning. She's this is great.
Having a good day.
This has made her day even better.
Cool. So our dear friend over here who our 2 friends who really don't like the fact that they can they're not individuals who are really designed to be in public doing damage.
Yeah. And I think that's why she's grinning at them partially too.
Yeah.
She knows. She's just like, yeah, come on.
Okay, so they're gonna try. One of them's gonna try and
She might be a little unhinged.
try and grapple you with his garrote because
Sure.
it's a thing
Mm-hmm.
that they're gonna try and do. So 21 to hit.
Cool. Athletics check to resist if it's a grapple, right? No, not because it's a garrote. Okay.
Well, no. You can because it's a garrote. They win on the weapon attack. You can
Okay.
attempt to break the
Move.
grapple on your turn.
Yes. Okay, cool. Cool.
But but until the grapple ends, you can't speak intelligibly or cast spells with verbal components.
Yep. But I can still hit with my axe.
Yeah. But
Because I'm not restrained.
Because you are not restrained. It is just you are immobile.
I just can't move. But that's fine. I can still hit him with an axe. That's fine.
And
Yeah.
they rolled max damage on their garrote as they do 8 bludgeoning damage.
So that's 4.
That's 4. And his buddy is going to try and stab you with a dagger because you know.
No, she's gonna be this person. He garrotes her and does some damage, and she just finds this like the best thing ever, and she's gonna like give out like a strangled, like excited noise, and it's just gonna make him really uncomfortable.
Lindy, you're the meme about the dark romance girly.
Absolutely, this is her.
Like,
yes,
why'd
I'm
you
figuring
mean
this
to-
out while I'm playing her. Okay, I did not intend for it to happen this way. I'm just playing her, and I'm like, oh no, Yrsa, why?
It's a 15. Oh no, he has advantage because you are grappled.
Does
Your 10 is
he?
not going to, yeah, because
Okay.
weapons. you can't make attack rolls against someone else. You have it. Weapon attack rolls are made against someone who else
It's restrained.
So
grapple just reduces your movement to 0, unless it's a garrote specialty thing.
No. So you have disadvantage on attack rolls against any target other than the person you're grappling, and someone else, because the one is grappling you and the other came up to stab you, had flanking.
Flanking, yeah.
No.
I don't have any disadvantage to attack, unless you're looking at the 2024 rules, because in 2014.
I was just looking at the 2014 ones.
Yeah.
Okay, come back.
Boop.
0, okay. Incapacitated. It ends at the becomes 0 and can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Okay, that's because it also had. Okay.
It might be a garrote specific thing.
I think it's part of the garrote. Well,
I was like, because that's not the grapple thing. Grapple just makes you speed 0.
Yeah, and your speed 0 and it can't increase, and it's you have, but you do have. Anyways, we're not worrying about he gets advantage to attack you because
we're flanking. Yeah.
That was why he got advantage. I was about to say he just doesn't. You have disadvantage on attacking anyone other than the person you're grappling. That was it.
That's not the grapple rules.
Yeah, but that's not the grapple rules now, which means that they've added. Which I would like to note that I am literally looking at the legacy characters to make sure I'm looking at the 2014. And
I know
it's still have messed this up.
They still have. That's why I'm trying not to use D&D Beyond anymore, because it's just so.
Yes, it's just so
janky now.
It's just so janky. But I needed to have this in front of me, and I will figure it out for tomorrow without it.
Yep.
Anyways, so he fails to stab you.
Oh, that's fine. He's probably a little freaked out that I'm into this fight so much.
Well, the guy yeah.
The guy who's grabbing me is like, what? And he probably makes eye contact with the guy who's trying to stab me. He's like, I'm sorry, what? Like, just a little off kilter. Just a little off kilter. Because it's one away from hitting. Just enough.
Just enough to
make him go, what? I'm sorry.
But our friend with the great axe is gonna try and.
Please do.
But he does get advantage because of flanking.
Because of the flanking.
That's it. But a 25 is going to hit you.
It sure is. I don't have bracers of defense or anything. It's just my base barbarian stats.
For 13 slashing damage. Again, half.
Sure. Yeah.
And he's going to swing back again for an 18.
18 will hit, yeah.
For 14 slashing damage. Wow, can I not roll well in this for his damage? Although that last one wasn't horrible.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. But he's very angry, and you can kind of see as you're looking around, and you kind of see his giant great axe come down to slash at you. That it's glinting interestingly.
Oh, shiny.
Yeah, it's shiny in a really oily, like oil slick kind of shiny.
Yes, no, I love being oily. This is great.
There we go.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yrsa's interest is piqued, and she wants to get a closer look to the axe. So she's gonna do what any barbarian would do, and just fully reach, swing backwards, as if she was going to stab herself in the back, but she's being grappled, so it's just gonna hit this guy, hopefully. And then her downswing is gonna go on to, probably the guy who tried to stab her, because she's trying to just get in a 1v1 with this big axe guy. So she's gonna make this swing at the one who's grappling her, which is gonna be 12. And then this one...
12 will not
19 hit. 19 to hit, 12 damage.
19 will hit 12 damage. Oh, sorry. My apologies. I misordered you on that. The 19 will hit the 12 damage. Yeah, he's not happy about that, but he's still up.
Yeah, and I pull the axe out, and I just swing it at the other guy. I'm still garroted. She doesn't care about that. That's the least interesting thing in this room right now. Now it's the shiny axe. It was the most interesting thing, but she's not going to try to stop the garrote. She's just going to swing at the guy who tried to stab with the downswing for 22.
Yes.
For 17 damage.
He's now very dead.
Cool.
And you can feel like the garrote let go as he kind of slides.
Aw. That's what she says.
Okay, look, because we've made it this meme and we've all seen it on Instagram, why'd you let her go? It's because she made it weird.
She made it weird. That's half of her battle tactic, let's be real, in this situation. Making it weird.
But here's the thing, he's got a thing.
Good way to put your enemy off kilter.
Um,
Oh, but yeah, the orc bounce back.
yeah, so the other orc, well...
Unless they take way too much damage.
They come... he's at 1 hit point, but that's it.
Nice.
Because he's not killed outright. He's only at 1 hit point.
He might play dead. He might be like, please don't notice me. You're making it weird.
But he kind of fell off. The other guy you killed outright, and therefore he was dead.
Yeah.
But no, his buddy is like, you've made this weird, but there's a...
Yeah.
yeah. But
valid.
But the
and she made it weirder.
The individual who's a little larger has the better...
And she's just
grade.
eyes locked with him.
The guy with the axe?
Yeah.
Our friend with the axe? That's good.
Yeah.
He's gonna swing down at you.
Love
for
it. Yeah, that hits.
23 and
Yep.
a 17. Both
Yep.
of those are gonna hit.
Both those are gonna hit.
17 and 10. Halved.
Yeah, okay.
How we looking?
I'm mathing right now. So -5. I'm gonna do the half first. So, let's see, 5, 8, 13. Oh, that's easy. I'm at 4. I'm just at half now. With that hit, I am now at a half. A hair under half, I guess, technically.
So, okay. And then his buddy with the dagger, he's gonna try and stab you because he knows better than try and strangle you now.
What? Oh man.
He's looking at you a little weird and he's like stabbing out at you, but they still have flanking, so a 19 to hit.
19 will hit, yeah.
But they're not as good with the dagger.
Yeah.
I mean...
But I made the other thing weird.
Yeah. So... 8 piercing damage.
Okay. Halved?
Halved.
Cool. Nice. Love it. Yeah.
And then, it's your turn. You've got 2 left.
You're not gonna commit, get out of the way. She's gonna swing at the guy with the dagger. With the first swing, and then the second swing is gonna go towards the guy with the axe.
Mm-hmm.
Now you. Yeah. 27. I should have reckless. That would have been hilarious. It's okay. It would have been the first one, so 6 plus 8. It would have been 8. 8 slashing.
Yeah, 8 slashing damage.
For the guy. He's already hit once, so I might take him down.
No, he's unfortunately still up. You're
okay.
Close. You're very close, but he's unfortunately like...
Alright, then the big guy.
If we were talking about mathematics, he's maybe like 3 hit points.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. And then the big guy. 19 to hit?
19 will hit, even through his chainmail armor.
So that'll be 16 damage.
16 damage.
Yeah.
He is... Yeah, he is a very fury-filled individual, but he kind of like, grunts and shifts. You did damage and he's not happy about it, but he's... that was the first time he got hit, so... But now here's the question.
Nice axe. It's got a great grip.
Our friend with the dagger is, I will say, you've made it weird. He no longer has advantage. He's not at disadvantage because he's still flanking.
It's just straight rolls now.
It's just straight rolls.
His will isn't in it anymore. He's like, I really don't want to be doing this anymore.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's really kind of can't say no to the guy who's with him.
Yeah,
so...
which is why it's just a straight roll now.
Exactly. But a 19.
Still hits. Yep.
A 19 for 8 piercing damage.
It's gonna be like harder.
He's like, you made it weird. Why are you making it weird?
Okay, yep.
So, and his, our dear friend, our chief with the battle axe says, growls, you don't speak Orcish, do you?
I speak Common, Elvish, and Dwarvish. No, I don't speak Orcish. I thought about taking Orcish, and I was like, no, I'll go with Dwarvish, because I think that... I was thinking topographically from what I knew.
Yeah.
So...
So he still gets advantage because he's...
I probably know swear words, and, like, you know, kinky words in Orcish, but that's about it.
Probably fair. I think that that's one of those things that kind of passes any and all barriers. I think that Yrsa just learns all of the various words for variety of intercourse at all possible times.
Yes, I think that's the Yrsa's language dictionary. Yeah.
He does get advantage though because he can still use his minion as a. So the 17 is gonna hit.
Yep.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I would love to.
As he's gonna...
20.
Oh, you're fine. You're totally fine.
I'm built.
Okay. I rolled crit damage on that.
Sure did.
And he's going to then use his second attack to order his minion. You can't understand that, but you kind of see him just kind of growl, like actually gutturally growl at the smaller orc with the dagger to get on his shit. Because he can use battle cry once per day to give him an advantage on his next attack.
That's my turn.
Yep. Oh wait, hold on. I get to make an extra. I do actually get to make a bonus attack. Sorry. It's not an advantage. Oh, he nat ones it. He's distracted, growling, and he kind of like backhands at you. And
I mean, that makes sense.
He's not actually looking at you.
Cool.
Yep.
We're going to. Do we reckless? Yeah, I think we're down to, since we're down to 20 hit points, we should reckless. We're gonna reckless attack. We're gonna get, again, just he's not doing it for me. You know, he dropped the garrote. He's not even really committing that hard with the dagger. We're gonna just put him out of his misery and then focus on the big guy. So one swing at the other guy, one swing at the big guy. It's gonna be with advantage. 23 for that guy.
Which one? The guy with
the dagger.
The dagger.
For 10.
Yeah. For 10. Yes, that does put him down. He only needed a 3.
Yeah. And then for the big guy, 17.
17 will hit. You needed 16 to beat his chainmail.
For 8.
For 8 points of damage. That is not a lot, but you've got him bleeding multiple places now. And now it's you and him.
Yep.
And he's gonna step on his own minion, who has failed him horribly.
Yeah.
And position himself to take an attack, but you reckless attack, so he gets
advantage. I was figured if I missed on the other guy, he would have advantage anyway after that command. So you know.
Yeah, that's basically what that ability does. It grants the next attack advantage. So
it's like, well, if he's gonna get advantage, I might as well.
So 14 slashing damage on his hit. And last attack, nat one's it, or with a 12.
This is so nice.
But he swings the axe around again, and you can see this kind of rippling sheen, that kind of purples and blues of an oil slick.
Ooh, again, love oil. Especially baby oil. We're gonna just give it a old 1-2. And I was keeping up the reckless.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh.
So a crit. Roll that damage. Let's see where we're at.
So 6 + 9 + 2. So 11 plus 17.
17.
And then the 27 will hit.
Yep.
For 14.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, yeah. She's down to 13 hit points. This was kind of exciting, but then it got, like, they just kept being annoying, and they wouldn't, like, you know, commit to the bit. They got weirded out, and she doesn't understand when she's raging why they get weirded out. She's like, why are you being weird now? She doesn't realize she's the one making it weird. And so she just sees the shiny. It's getting a little tired.
Yep.
It's done playing, and it's just like, that's mine now. And it's just gonna slap, like, and I think it's like 1, 2, and it's like arm chop, and then she just grabs the axe because one of them was a crit, so I think, and then just grabs it, and it's like, ooh.
Oh, you grab the axe.
Absolutely, she does.
Cool.
Why would she not?
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
My not strong suit, but it's better than it.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, 17. That's shockingly good. That's so surprisingly good for a +1 whiz. Yes.
That is surprisingly good, and I am here for it. And you feel, as you pick it up, this surge of energy along the shaft of the...
I love that feeling.
Yeah. But you realize it's not wood this time.
Ooh.
It's... bone?
I love it when I feel a surge of energy go up the shaft of the bone.
But it's like it's been hollow. The heft of it, you can feel like this is like a heavy, probably something like a mammoth or a large saber-tooth femur kind of thing. And there's but there's also like a metal core that's running along the inside of the bone, because you know that it's not actually strong.
It's not that strong. It's very cool. Not that strong.
And the big double-bladed axe that looked like a normal great axe in his hands is a little bit bigger when you look at it. It's actually larger than the one that you had. Now, you do not...
Well, if it's bigger, I need it.
Yes, it's bigger than the one you have. Now, you don't take the fire damage because it was bonded to him for when you picked it up.
Yeah. Nice.
I will give you the stats on this later for tomorrow.
Sure.
As I write them out. But for the TLDR, it is a +2 great axe. It is a weapon you will have to attune to.
Okay.
And you will need to figure out any other added benefits to it. Once it's attuned, well, you know right away, once it's attuned to you, no one can pick it up without taking 1d4 fire damage for each time they hold it. Unless you choose to give it to them. Right? Like if somebody takes it from you, they'll take damage, but if you choose to hand it to your brother or you hand it to another party member, you can, your willingness is not going to cause damage.
Cool.
But anything else, you might have to wait until you figure out its attunement.
Sure. Yeah, I got all night. Baby. I think
all night.
She does the most unprincess-like thing. And it's going, oh man, I forgot to leave one alive. And it's just gonna rifle through their pockets. Just gonna give them the old, like, well, I'm not above this. Maybe they have them go on their pockets.
Is you rifle through their pockets.
You can find she'll check vitals probably poorly because I don't think she has proficiency in medicine. She does not. Be like, maybe one of them's still breathing. No, I did too good of a job.
No, they're all really, really dead.
Really dead. Yeah. She's like,
and you
this
realize
always happens. I always forget once I get really impassioned to not kill them.
And they should have been at least at 1 hit point to come back up, right? You know this. You know that they
usually they bounce back. That's why they're always down for like round 2.
Yeah. It's why your friend from this afternoon was
why really, it took all afternoon.
He could go all afternoon.
Yeah.
These all have a mark tattooed on them.
Ooh.
And it's dark black. It's kind of burned edges at the edge of the tattoo as you're looking at them. And it's all right on their right pectoral.
Cool.
Do you want to roll religion?
Oh, sure. I mean, I was gonna do something worse, but I'll roll religion first.
I mean, you could try and do. You can do what you want. I'm not gonna judge.
Oh, shockingly 18 with my -1.
You're rolling really well for stats that you're supposed to be bad at. I just would like to point that
so
out.
shocked.
I'm
It's gonna change as soon as we start the actual campaign, but you know.
I know. I'm looking forward to it. But with that 18, it looks like a the mark for the orc god. Okay, hold on. Where did he go?
What did I do to piss him off? Huh. Yeah. I was just gonna cut it off and be like, I don't trust my drawing skills to copy this. Let's just cut that off and show it to the party, but now I don't have to. Probably for the best.
Why is it? Why? I wish that they would make my
Is
life
it Grumush?
easier. It's Grumsh.
Grumsh.
But he's not the only one. And
no, he's not. Let's see. There's
and
Bagtru, Luthic, Shargas, Yrtrus, and Ilnival.
Where is it? It is the. Why would I lose this one note that I need? Okay, hold on. I believe it's Shargas. I'm going to find this and we'll have it tomorrow. I will give it to you tomorrow.
Yeah. I succeeded on the check, and I'm like,
you succeeded on the
guys.
Check. So as you make your way, I'm assuming now that you're covered in blood, you maybe want to get cleaned up a little bit.
Not right away, but yes. Yeah, I'm gonna finish my stroll.
So as you kind of like finish your stroll,
I like finish looting the bodies for anything they have on them.
The great axe and the two garrote wires.
Ooh, I'll take a garrote wire. That sounds fun.
They're two daggers. There's normal daggers.
She'll take the daggers too. Those are good for throwing.
Our friend with the spiked shield also has 2 javelins.
Oh, I do carry javelins. Yeah, I'll take 3 javelins.
And you know, other than that, they have decent armor. Like, not.
If only I wore armor.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's like, but as you look at this, it's like you kind of
surprisingly high quality.
Yeah, it's not. A lot of people make comments about, like, you know.
I'll just take like a bracer or like a pauldron or something small that I can show the quality of the armor to the rest of the group. Be like, hey, yeah, you recognize this like type of armor? Bunch of orcs worshiping this orc god kind of tried to like kidnap me in an alley. And by kidnap, I mean probably murder.
Yeah. So as you make your way through,
just whistling, just finishes her little stroll down like the end of the street and then goes back, you know.
Yeah.
Probably realizes she's getting a lot of lux because she's covered in bloods and wounds. And I think the adrenaline's like wearing off. And she's like, ow, I'm starting to feel some of these. I'm at 13 hit points. Maybe I will go back to the inn and drink it off. And then she's going to go back to the inn and clean up and drink it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want you to know, it's not Grumsh. It is very...
Yeah, it's a different, one of the other Greyhawk orc gods. Yeah, they got a whole pantheon.
They've got a whole pantheon. It's one of the other orc gods, and there's a...
Yeah.
We'll find out. But it's bothering me because I wrote this note, and I wrote all the other notes about it. But as you make your way back to the inn, your brother is gotten up, and it hasn't been long. Like, your walk wasn't very long.
It's not. It's probably 10 minutes max.
10 minutes max. And you can kind of see him as you kind of come in. You see him talking to the minstrel and putting a couple coins in the minstrel's hat. And then as he goes back to sit down with another one of the wait staff comes out, and you can kind of tell, it doesn't even take a roll, that all of the like barmaids here all share familial traits, although they are younger, with Miss Anna. And you can tell that
daughters, cousins, nieces, nephews.
She runs this place, but these girls are, you know, most of the women here who are working here, this is not a place where any of them feel uncomfortable. They know, like, no one's here is being grab ass or being handsy with anybody. And at the same time, it's like if you see a couple people who might get just, because on one hand, no one's really going to get drunk on the in general, because it's not that kind of vibe.
No.
But the one or two who are getting a little rowdy, these, you know, the bar staff is like, nope, why don't you go up to bed? I think you're tired. Like, that level of controlling the environment. But your brother is sat back down.
Just give him another thumbs up. But this time I'm covered in, like, blood of my own and of my enemies.
Yeah,
and,
the
like,
blood of your enemies and others.
Plus some sweat.
And the musician has started to play a kind of love ballad from the Kingdom of Skanai.
Oh, nice. I know this one.
It's pretty good, actually. He's doing a good job with it. It's translated. It's not in the Frost dialect. It's in regular common. So
he's doing his best.
He's doing his best, and it's doing a pretty good job. And in about a minute after you walk back in, your dear friend Civ comes in, dragging a similar orc who's been hogtied, and with carrying her furs, and she asks, does anybody know who this is? And also, can anyone get hot sauce out of fur? And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Maybe and no.
Good. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Nice.
So
lovely. Wonderful. She's like, oh, good. Someone got one of them alive. It wasn't going to be me.
Yep.
It's just like, hey, buddy, you don't want to talk? You recognize this axe? Yeah. We had a great time.
You did.
I weirded them out.
You did. It's going to be a thing now.
It is, and I'm so excited for it.
I am very excited for it. But
it's going to be terrible. I'm sorry in advance.
No, it'll be great. There'll be lots of blood and guts. It'll be fine. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for Lindy for making your schedule fit so that we could do this one shot. Introduce your character before we start the campaign tomorrow, as we begin 4 Becomes 1, our little Greyhawk short campaign. But Lindy, do your spiel.
Hello, 'tis I, Laugh Love Lindy. You can find me here tomorrow night for some Greyhawk with Yrsa, who I've learned way too much about tonight, and I'm not sure if it's a good thing. But we're gonna commit to the bit, you know what I mean? Because that's what I do. Doesn't regard damn the consequences. And you can find me. We finished our Mondays in Exandria campaign. Abruptly, shockingly, suddenly, got the worst ending, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So we might have a one shot on Monday. We're not really sure. We weren't expecting it to end last week. So, we'll figure something out. And then Tuesday, hopefully we'll have Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Unfortunately, one of our group members' pets had to suddenly be put to sleep a few days ago. So we're not sure if we'll have a full group. So really just fingers crossed. Send good thoughts to Nugatosaurus, because she really loves her fur babies. But hopefully we'll have a one shot on Monday and Ghosts of Saltmarsh on Tuesday. Friday, I'll be on Trooper SJP's channel for the premiere of Season 6 of Traveler, Pirates of Drynax, where my characters go through a time. Going through a time.
Isn't part of the time that you're going through the amount of murder that your group is doing on a ship?
Well, I think I have to host my own funeral.
I mean, there is that, yeah.
My character's going through an emotional time, which is fair. Like the least favorite time for them. And on the 12th, I'm going to announce this because this is exciting. On Wednesday, March 12th, so not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, will be the premiere of a new Call of Cthulhu campaign on my channel. Tracks of Terror. It's going to be 1883 in the Wild West on the Transcontinental Railroad. We've got the lovely Hot Flakes Tom, Susanna Grace, Frost from Fire, Doc Rimbo, Kate Madison RP, and Hollowtail. So it'll be at 2:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays for the next several months because it is a full-fledged campaign that I've written. There will be memes, there will be history. If you like the words Bone Wars, show up. Dinosaur bones.
All of that. Or you could just show up for what will surely be a great time.
It's gonna be ridiculous, and I'm so excited for it. I'm gonna teach those Brits Mark in history. Not really. Well, yeah, I'm such a history nerd. I can't help but incorporate it, but it'll be good.
It'll be hilarious, and
I can't wait to hear all their cowboy voices. That's what I'm most excited for.
Oh, Lindy, is it going to be better or worse than Simon?
I think better because a lot of them do Red Dead RP, but I don't know.
Yeah, there is that.
There is that. But it'll be a good time. It'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be our first session. We have our non-streamed session 0 this week, so I will I will give one spoiler of a character. Tom is going to be playing one of his former Call of Cthulhu characters' grandfather. He's playing his own grandpa.
I mean, that's fair.
Because it fits in the timeline.
Question of which of his characters he's playing.
That is the question, isn't it? He gave me that idea and I said, I'm sorry, Tom, you can't play anyone else now. I don't care. You're locked into this because I say so.
That's fair.
I love your idea and you have to do that now because I'm way too excited about it.
That's the best.
So that's me.
Excitement.
That's the excitement in my life. That's where I will be for the next couple weeks streaming. Thank you very much. This was a lot of fun. And again, I learned way too much about Yrsa and I have concerns about her.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I feel real bad for her son.
It'll be great. I can't wait for this. Hi everybody, I'm your friendly neighborhood Prax. At DearJadon on Twitter or Praxagorth Thesmia4. You see me around here on Twitch, Prax the Bard over on Instagram, Hive, and Blue Sky. All of the things. Hi, if you've missed any of these character introductions, there will be a YouTube tomorrow, because I'm going to put it all up there, where you can check all of that out. A nice, neat playlist where we got to introduce all the players and have them all have this little moment to shine and figure out where their characters are going to be. I'm sure that nothing bad will come from these at all. There is also a merch store. Starting tomorrow, there will be merch for barbarians with body counts. I mean, it's important things to have. And Vampires for Nixon is going away. Because I can't even take that laughter anymore for reasons. But tomorrow is our first premiere session with the entire group of our wonderful, wonderful players as we kind of dive into Greyhawk and we see the wonderful things that are going to happen as we take two of my favorite modules from Greyhawk and moosh them together in the best way possible because I like to do that. But
the way to do it.
It's a great thing. It's a lot of fun times. But we are, where did this go? Over here. We are going to say goodnight for tonight, and we're going to send some love out into the universe. But no one is awake, so that's not gonna help. Is there anybody up? No.
No,
I don't think so.
I know one person. She's Australian and she does D&D stuff. If you want, if not, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what their raid settings are for, so let's.
That's true. I have no idea because that's a thing now. I only raid friends mostly, so
exactly. I don't. For a variety of reasons. But we're gonna call it there for tonight, and we'll see you all tomorrow for our first session with everybody here.
Yeah.
Where we're going to see Yrsa and Gunnar and Civ and Ven, and nothing bad is gonna happen to them. We'll see you next time, everybody. Have yourselves a great night.